Good morning, fellow traders. Paul here. It's time for the Good Morning Market Prep for Tuesday, September the 8th, 2020. I hope everybody had a wonderful Labor Day weekend. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right, let's check and see where we left off the market on a Friday. So, monthly chart, right? We're basically 1 week into the month of September here, and it's already turned red, right? Broke into last month's range. Was looking pretty nasty here, but they did a little bit of a bounce here, but we are below the upper Bollinger Band here on the monthly chart. Let's see how that holds. Weekly chart again, same type of thing. Not quite a fully bearish engulfing week, but definitely starting to get interesting here as we approach the Cloud Canyon. And don't forget, we have this open gap below on the weekly chart. Those make a pretty amazing magnet. So we'll see how that if that becomes a target here this week. Daily chart. Okay, so we pushed below the upper trend line, which puts us in the trend box right here. We did see momentum move through Thursday's lows on Friday, which gave us a nice move down. It found a pretty good support zone right here at prior all-time highs, which was resistance, and then kind of became support here. So let's see if we can kind of keep our way up here going into today and hold those levels. If not, if we lose the trend box low again, if we lose Friday's lows, we might see a push down here to the 50-day moving average, and of course that open gap on the weekly chart. So we'll see where we go from there. Let's take a look at the SPY this morning and see how it's behaving. Okay, so SPY today, just we lost the geometric line last night, and had a bit of a tumble here today. In terms of real market news, there wasn't too much. We're just seeing some downside follow through on this. A little bit of volume coming here on the downside pre-market, but we'll see how that holds going into today. We are still above Friday's lows, so again, this is the key area right here to see how it holds. That's going to be a pretty big deal. If we look at here on the S&P futures. You'll see that we just hit this is a major signal zone for us here, this reversal zone right here. Lots of volume came in here before we reversed back up, and it was retested a couple times, and we're retesting those levels right now. So if this holds and we can get back above these levels, we may see a potential push back into this top of this channel right here and retest a couple of these drop areas from overnight, and we'll see where we go from there. Let's take a look at the MES here this morning and at least get a couple geometric lines on here so we can kind of see what we have in store potentially for today. So you can see this level right here looking like basically looking like a triangle here into today. Some weakness overnight, but again, like we said, still defending Friday's lows. So I'm going to take out that Fibonacci right there, so you can just kind of see where we are basically triangulating going into this morning. So that could be interesting. Taking a look at the Qs here this morning as well. So again, Nasdaq has had a lot of relative weakness. Like with this little turning point right here, we might have a little bit of a triangle going into today. So we'll see how that goes going into the open here. Let's take a look at the small caps, the IWM, the Russell, and see how those are looking here this morning. They're kind of choppy here today. So again, let's just see how it holds these levels. Right, got a little bit of a congestion right here. So let's see what it holds. It could be a descending triangle, but again, everything is still defending Friday's lows. So we've got that going on there. There is a good argument here on the Elliott Wave side on the daily chart that if these lows are defended, right, we could work our way back up pretty close to all-time highs before another big reversal down. So let's see how that goes over this week. Let's take a look at Apple. So Apple, kind of same thing right here, right? So it had a rough day on Friday, but a big recovery, right? Kind of got pretty close to its opening levels. Now we're kind of in the middle of that range. So once again, we're seeing a lot of this triangle type action here this morning. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it defends the triangle lows today. Let's take a look at Tesla. So Tesla today, down a little bit. It was a little bit sad, right? They couldn't make it to the S&P 500. Let's say they skipped them over. So, kind of tricky there. We'll see how that holds going into today. It could give some interesting. If it starts to push its way up, we could definitely see, some squeezing going on there today. We just have to look and see, what they have in store. And that being said, let's take a look at some of the other names here that are kind of interesting. So Work has earnings tonight. Slack, so that's gapping down a little bit here this morning, but let's see if they try to do a little bit of an earnings run. Again, Lulu's got earnings tonight as well, so let's see if that can give a little bit of a last day earnings run. Again, watch out for the volatility on these ones, guys. They get really high before earnings, but it could be interesting to see. Etsy made the S&P 500 over Tesla, but it was up on Friday on that news, and then back down this morning. So huge ranges to deal with right here. So let's see how that handles it. SPC was kind of hot here this morning, then it kind of reversed off of it, but they got some good press on Fast Money yesterday on CNBC, and also it looks like they're going to be doing some flights coming up here, or a flight coming up in October. So again, it got some pretty good volume this morning. It was interesting. Now it's kind of blah. So, but just kind of see if it gives any moves over those geometric levels today. Boeing with issues with their 787 Dreamliner airline, so it's gapping down off of that news again. Really key stuff here is going to see how it handles the Friday's lows, and let's see if if it can't, right? Let's see if it can kind of push above these levels here, and maybe it'll squeeze out some shorts on that one. And lastly, just kind of take a look at Beyond here. Again, this is a tricky one to trade, but apparently more news about them showing up in Starbucks again. So it seems like the same old news, but we'll see where that goes as they are entering more into the Chinese market. Some news there today, particularly with Starbucks in the Asian market. So good stuff there, guys. Hope everybody's an awesome trading day today. Stay healthy out there, and remember to risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game. And I'll talk to you guys soon.